Hello and welcome to another Ask Me Monday. Random fact, I got my first table tennis set. So stoked because in Austria we played every evening and I kind of got addicted to table tennis. But I love it. It's such a healthy, nice sport you can do everywhere for free. Well, you do need the rackets and the ball, but table tennis blades are everywhere here in Berlin and you can just play for free, and it's a great sport which you can do all the time. You don't break a great sweat, so you can just, have a nice conversation while doing it, regenerate while doing it. It's not counterproductive for weight training. Anyways, random fact. Let's start with the full day of eating, I was about to say. Let's start with the Ask Me Mondays. The first one is regarding last Ask Me Mondays about water. I talked about how to drink clean water. If you haven't seen it, check it out up here. I got many comments about the absence of minerals. Someone asked, but your filter also filters out the good stuff like calcium and other minerals, doesn't it? It does, but I don't mind because I get all the minerals I need from food. The minerals you get from water, they're choked, they're so tiny. It's like eating salt for minerals. Yes, you have salt, yes, you have many minerals in salt, but only that much. If you eat one tiny head of broccoli, one tiny piece of broccoli, you get to 100-fold the amount of minerals comparing to the bit of salt. Same with water, you get minerals in water, but it's only a small amount, and I don't want to rely on that because I get all my minerals from food. So no worries that there's no or very little minerals in the reverse osmosis water or no minerals in distilled water, because you get all the minerals from food. Only if you do a fast, not for a couple of days, but a fast for like a month, then, but even then, yeah, anyways, I probably no one will do that, but you don't need the minerals in the water, you get the minerals from food. I want my water to be clean. Of course, if there are naturally occurring minerals in them, that's the idea if you live close to a spring. But if not, reverse osmosis and distilled water are the best solutions. Nice, we got that out of the way. So let's start with the first question for this new Ask Me Mondays. What do you think about seitan? If you don't know what seitan is, it is pure gluten, really 100% gluten, the protein. Gluten. So if you're gluten sensitive or have celiac disease, this is not for you, but fortunately only about 1 to 2% of the entire population cannot digest gluten or have an allergy or are insensitive or have celiac disease, which is really severe, and if you eat a tiny amount of gluten, don't do that. But fortunately most of us, we can eat gluten just fine. Seitan, it's alright. It's if you want to boost your protein, it's great. It's not that rich in other essential nutrients besides protein, but it's still healthy, and especially if you want to boost your protein. But I hardly find it here in Berlin, in Germany. So if that would be in the store, just easily convenient, I would buy it more often, I think. But I eat it once in a while when I go out for food in some Asian restaurants. They have it as a meat substitute and it tastes delicious. So if you find it or if you buy it, go for it if you want to increase your protein, but don't eat it too much because it's not that high in other essential nutrients. Take it as a meat substitute, as it is to, boost your protein intake. Ask Me Mondays. Hi, I know it's not a good idea to eat right before bed, and we should wait at least 2 to 3 hours before lying down. My question is, does the same rule apply for beverages like water, tea, coffee, juice, etc.? It is less time or the same? Thanks. First, you're right with food. It is ideal to not eat right before you go to bed, at least wait a couple of hours. But it's not that important, even with food. Sometimes I eat right before I go to bed and there's no problem in it because I don't want to be in a deficit that day and I still have lots of calories open, so I just eat right before I go to bed. No problem with that. I only get, bloatings and stuff when I eat too much or just weird combinations of stuff that wasn't that good or so, but not so much when I eat. But ideally, a couple hours before I go to bed, I don't eat. But yeah, as I said, it doesn't make you fat or something if you eat right before your bed. Calories, overall calories matters. The meal you eat at 6 p.m. is the same meal you eat at 10 p.m. There is no difference in the time, it's the meal that counts. It's the calories in the meal, the nutrients, and yeah, meal timing isn't that important. Anyways, I did an entire video about meal timing in my app and also in my ebook if you want to learn more, but maybe I do a video here as well. But meal timing isn't that important. What is important? What you eat and how much you eat. But as I said, ideally 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, stop eating. And regarding liquids, your question now, no. I mean, with coffee, yes. I wouldn't drink coffee in the evening unless you're dead used to coffee that it doesn't affect you anymore. But then I highly recommend take a break of caffeine, that you're not addicted to it anymore and the effect gets back, that you get this boost of energy of caffeine. That's why drink nothing with caffeine. I'd say not after 6 p.m. but find your relationship with that. And regarding other beverages like water, tea, drink it right before you go to bed. Whenever you're thirsty, you shouldn't be that thirsty. Thirst is the first sign of dehydration, and I even recommend right before you go to bed, I mostly do that, drink a glass of water. Not too much that you need to pee at night, because that's a pain in the ass. No one likes to wake up in the night and go pee. That's why I don't drink that much before I go to bed, but often a bit, a half glass or a glass of water, because I'm not drinking for 8 hours, for the next 8 hours, and I want to replenish my body with water, because that's what we are. We are mostly water, so during night everything can work, can heal, the metabolism and everything. So I recommend even drinking before bed, but not too much that you need to pee. I feel like I answered this way too long. Next question. PS, waiting for you to put out a shirt with your catchphrase, follow your highest excitement. That is such a great idea, and I will do that for sure. What do you think about trying to cure cancer with only, for example, eating vegan? I know that nutrition is a huge impact, but I don't believe that you can cure severe illnesses with it. And would you consume meds that are not vegan? So many diseases can be not only stopped, but even reversed with a plant-based diet. However, a plant-based diet is not the solution for every condition, for every illness. No, it's not a magic pill, and there are genetic factors. It's the minority, because only 5 to 10% of all cancers are based on genetics, meaning 90 to 95% of cancers are caused by lifestyle choices. But that said, there's still 5 to 10%. That's still a bit caused by your genetics. I had a friend over 2 days ago. She has a severe illness caused by genetics. It's in her family, and that's not curable so far. That's really sad. So if you have something caused by genetics, but often people confuse it. I think, oh, it's genetics because my mother, she has diabetes type 2. No, because you're often eating the same food that your mother gave you. Your mother has diabetes type 2, so you have diabetes type 2 because of the same lifestyle choices. So that said, still 5 to 10% is, you cannot do anything with your diet or other lifestyle choices. It's just in your genes. And then if I would have that, of course I would take meds that could cure me, and even if those meds are not vegan, but they could potentially save my life, I would take them. I have a couple of questions about vitamin C and iron. So what are the right amounts of vitamin C we need to absorb rightly our food, and in what kind of food we get the amount we need? And the same with iron. Thank you, Ferdinand. So vitamin C, we should get at least per day 110 milligrams for men and 95 milligram for women. And that is so easy to cover, that's ridiculous. And the good thing is you cannot have too much, because it's a water-soluble vitamin, and you just pee the excess out, pee and sweat it out. And my pee is full of vitamin C because I get it in abundance, because I eat lots of fruits and vegetables. And if you eat lots of fruits and vegetables, don't you worry at all about vitamin C, you get it in abundance. There's so much vitamin C in fruits and vegetables. No worries to cover that. And regarding iron, Men should aim for at least 10 milligrams per day and women for 15 milligram per day, because they lose more iron during their cycle, during the period, so they need to eat more iron. That's why 5 milligram more per day. And it's also so easy to cover them with whole foods on a plant-based diet if you eat a variety of legumes, whole grains, vegetables, nuts and seeds. If you just eat them on a day-to-day basis, you're fine, and you can even boost your iron absorption up to 5 times if you eat vitamin C rich foods together with that, like citrus fruits, like lemon, kiwi, broccoli, bell pepper. If you eat it together with your legumes, with your whole grains, with your nuts and seeds, you boost your iron absorption even more and you get all the iron you need. Plus, avoid caffeine and alcohol while you eat your food, your iron-rich food, because they inhibit your iron absorption. What's your opinion on agave nectar? I made a podcast about sweeteners and I encourage you to listen to it. Vegan's podcast, I link it to you down below. When I grow up, I wish to be as big and healthy as you. Have you opened your third eye? Not yet, but give me a second. Oh my gosh! Wow! I finally can. Whoa! Feels good to be awakened, and now I'm so above doing Ask Me Monday, so I stop here because I'm my higher self now. No, who am I kidding? Have you opened your third eye? How can you tell? I never seen through my third eye, and no, I don't think so. I'm just an average guy living here in Berlin, doing my thing, eating plants, getting big, and that's what I do. Going to the gym now. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so looking forward for your new questions down below. Until next time, peace, and watch one of those videos. They're so worth it. Trust me. Out.